Hello again, welcome back to Everywoman. Now, in the US, Senator Hillary Clinton has been the Democrats' presidential frontrunner for nearly a year. But the past few weeks have been a bit of a challenge. She suffered a surprise defeat to fellow candidate Barack Obama in the opening contest in Iowa. But after showing a softer side and becoming emotional in public, she won the primary in New Hampshire.
It's very personal for me. It's not just political, it's not just public. I see what's happening. And we have to reverse it. And some people think elections are a game. They think it's like who's up or who's down. It's about our country. It's about our kids' futures. And it's really about all of us together. You know, some of us put ourselves out there and do this against some pretty difficult odds.
So, is she trying to change her image? And what role is the media playing? Let's talk to New York Times reporter Jodie Cantor to take a closer look at Hillary Clinton. Jodie, thank you very much for joining us. Now, she wasn't that emotional. I mean, she had a bit of a wobbly moment. What's the big deal?
You're absolutely right. My favorite comment about that is that someone wrote online, "I've showed more emotion over losing my car keys."
Do you think it was genuine? Because there have been some suggestions that she was playing up a bit for the camera.
Well, nobody knows. No one can read her mind. But what's interesting is the debate over whether it's genuine or not. Voters are just so suspicious of how choreographed the entire process is that there have been accusations of sort of a staged moment. Then again, a lot of people, particularly women, looked at the clip and said that's absolutely real. You can't fake that sort of emotion.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to ask you. I mean, some women voters really seem to like it.
Well, in the interviews that I did with voters, it was even more interesting than that, because their real reaction was not so much to the moment itself, but to the reaction to the moment. A lot of women I talked to said that in their offices or at home, they noticed men making fun of Senator Clinton for misting up a little bit, for getting emotional, and that made them really angry. It reminded them of times that maybe they had shown emotion in the workplace and they felt that they had paid a price for it.
Okay, well, let's take a look at what some women voters really do think about Hillary Clinton. Here's a little snapshot.
I think it's great for Hillary. I think she's going to build momentum, and it's only going to get better from here.
Oh, I thought she was fabulous, of course. I mean, she's got all the answers.
I don't think that a woman could handle, the world as a whole on a global level. No. As being a president, no. It's too much to do. Give it to a man.
Doesn't Mr. Obama represent change, though, an exciting new future?
Yes, but I still say Hillary.
Jodie, I love the woman who said that a woman can't handle the world. I mean, is that a serious debate about whether a woman can be the president of the United States?
You know, what's funny about those kinds of comments is that you could argue that they tend to benefit Senator Clinton. At an event in New Hampshire, 2 voters stood up and yelled, "Iron our shirts," instead of sort of running for president. And it was a stray comment. Not a lot of stuff like that has happened on the campaign trail, but it made women voters really angry.
She's kind of in a tough place because if she competes like a man, she gets accused of being too cold and controlling. And then she shows a little bit of a softer side and she gets accused of playing the little woman card.
Well, I think what's really hard is that for male candidates, they just have generations of politicians to model themselves on. Even really subtle things about, how they speak, how they touch a voter, their sort of general demeanor. There's just a lot of precedent there. And for female politicians, there is less precedent. And certainly the number of women who have run for president is very small, and nobody has done it.
She turns some women voters off as well, doesn't she? I mean, the sort of real hardline feminists don't really like her.
Views, what's really struck me about the way voters discuss Senator Clinton is that women tend to discuss her in extremely personal ways. I've just noticed in my conversations with voters over the last year that when you talk about a male candidate, voters don't talk about themselves as much. They really focus on the candidate, whereas you know, Senator Clinton seems to be something of a mirror in which women see themselves. Discussions about her life end up being discussions about voters' marriages or their time in the workplace, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, well, I know there's obviously still a long way to go, but what's the feeling about Hillary? Can she go all the way?
Oh, well, there's no question that she's an incredibly strong candidate if you look at the fact that she has both been the Democratic frontrunner for a year, as you said before, and that on the whole a Democrat is considered more likely to win in November. Her prospects are quite strong, but at the same time, nobody knows what's going to happen in the next 4 weeks in the fight for the Democratic nomination. You know, I work with some people at the New York Times who've covered election after election after election, and they are making no predictions on this one.
Okay, Jodie, thank you very much indeed for that. Good to talk to you. Jodie Cantor in New York. Let's go to South America now and the Good Shepherd Jail in Colombia, where thousands of women are held for crimes ranging from drug trafficking to violence. One inmate is Hashima, a Malaysian convicted for trying to smuggle cocaine. But inside the prison walls, Hashima has made a name for herself as a singer. Everywoman has exclusive footage of a day in the life of a jailbird.
Today is a special day for one of the thousands of women held in the Good Shepherd jail in Colombia. Hashima, who has asked us not to use her real name, is famous for her Malaysian songs. She's often asked to sing by school groups visiting the prison. Today, she has been asked by the prison director to give a special singing performance for the prison's beauty contest.
Vestido no, de mujer no, ¿cierto? No. De hombre. Es normal así. Porque quiero que sea algo muy nice. O sea, que esté bien linda ya, con un frac, sí. Así también. Ay, no, directora.
The prison director, happy that Hashima agreed to sing in a prison concert, suddenly offered Hashima a phone conversation with her mother. Hashima's family do not know she's even in prison.
Mi mamá. Ma, I don't know. The directora in the prison, she allowed me to talk to you, you know. I don't know that you're so sad, you're so sick and all that. I can't call because I don't have any money, you know.
The other thousands of women in the Good Shepherd are preparing for the beauty contest. The women here have been found guilty of many different offenses.
Y estoy aquí por documento falso. Llevo un mes. Yo llegué acá por hurto, grabado calificado, concierto para delinquir y porte ilegal de armas.
Iba con cocaína en una maleta de doble fondo. O sea, para que no lo hagan. No hagan eso. No hagan eso.
Hashima came to Colombia after being invited by a Colombian girl on an internet chat room. Yet, when she was returning to Malaysia, she claims that her Colombian friend asked her to take a bag that did not belong to Hashima.
When I went to the airport, the immigration and all that, I passed everything. When the policeman told me to take the bag and put on top of it, I opened and he was like, what type of smell is this? Why is it different and all that? He opened and he was telling why it's so weight, heavy and all that. I didn't think about the bag, I didn't think anything of drugs or anything. When he was saying, you have a cocaine in your bag.
Hashima denies that she was a trafficker. She says that she pleaded guilty in the court, only so she could have her sentence reduced from 8 years to 5.
You know, sometimes when I have money, they will, be my friends. When now I don't have anything, they are not my friends. You know, when sometimes they want to fight because of this girl and that girls, and they with the thing and all that, the knife you call cuchillo, and they scratch you like that and all that, you get in big problem.
2 friends of Hashima, also convicted of drug smuggling, spoke about the difficulties of being a mother whilst in prison.
Dos, tengo una niña y un niño.
Yo tengo tres, dos niñas y un niño.
Acá lo que más a uno le afecta son sus hijos.
Pero igual al estar acá es tiempo perdido. Es tiempo perdido que uno no está compartiendo, la familia de uno se va olvidando poco a poco, lo van enterrando a uno acá, muerto en vida.
As the dances in the prison start, Hashima and the prison director begin to get ready.
Bueno,
Me gusta así, me gusta así.
que cuando llegue a la tarima...
Pero vean que le quedó bueno, claro que a usted no le gusta porque es de mujer, ¿no?
Tenemos aquí a Elsa de Hermosa Mujer, no es colombiana, aclaramos primero eso. Razones de la vida.
My dream is to be someone, to sing, to be a singer now, because the singing already started from here in a prison. So I wish that this thing will bring me out a better person.
And that's it for this week. Do email us with your views. Our address is everywoman@aljazeera.net. Until next time, from all the team here, bye-bye.